Hey, welcome to a new video! Daft Punk had always avoided showing their faces in the past, until they split up and one half of the duo came out to announce their solo record. In February 2021, this French duo announced the end of their collaboration after 28 years. Their split was marked by a video titled Epilogue, taken from their silent film Electroma from 2006, during which they won 6 Grammy Awards, amassed millions of fans, and made tens of millions of dollars. However, Daft Punk became known for their anonymity, often performing and appearing in public with elaborate helmets, especially at the 2014 Grammy Awards. Initially, they shared a few vague photos of themselves, but soon they embraced an anonymous persona. Thomas Bangalter, half of the innovative French electronic duo, announced his debut solo album after their breakup in 2021. In January 2023, he publicly revealed his face for the first time, albeit as a realistic illustration. Are you new to this channel? Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. And before we start, also like the video. South Park is a hugely popular animated series that first aired in 1997 and has since produced a staggering 26 seasons. Created by Trey Parker and Matt Stone, the series follows the adventures of 4 boys: Stan, Kyle, Eric, and Kenny, set in the fictional town of South Park, Colorado. The show is known for its humor, crudeness, and sharp satire. Kenny's one of the central characters, along with Stan, Kyle, and Cartman. He's depicted as a 3rd and later 4th grader living in South Park with his poor family. Kenny's recognizable by his signature orange parka, which covers most of his face, often making his speech muffled and hard to understand. Interestingly, Kenny's appearance was inspired by a real-life friend of the show's creators, who actually used to wear an orange hoodie that covered his face. In the show, Kenny's face is rarely shown, with only a total of 12 instances where his hood doesn't obscure his features. It wasn't until the release of the first South Park movie, South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut in 1999, that audiences finally got a clear glimpse of Kenny's face. Herschel Guy Baum, born on March 10, 1982, is known as Dr. Disrespect, or the Two-Timer, an American online streamer. At the height of his activity on Twitch, he had over 4 million followers. He gained fame for his gameplay in popular Battle Royale titles such as Apex Legends, Call of Duty, Fortnite, H1Z1, and PUBG. By January 2024, his YouTube channel had amassed over 5 million subs. When assuming the character of Dr. Disrespect, he wears a striking ensemble consisting of a black mullet wig, sunglasses, a red or black long-sleeved shirt, and a matching tactical vest. He's also recognizable by his mustache, affectionately called Slick Daddy. However, his full face remained hidden until he made a revealing appearance on the H3 YouTube channel in October 2017, accidentally removing both his wig and sunglasses at the end of the show. About 2 months later, he openly apologized on his stream, revealing his face again while announcing his intention to take a break to focus on his family. Inoske Hashibara is a prominent figure in Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba, with a truly unique and striking appearance. The most notable part of his outfit is the gray hollowed-out boar's head he wears as a mask. Inoske cleverly modified the boar's head by altering the eyes to allow him to see while wearing it. His outfit includes wide dark gray-blue pants fastened at the hips with a thick belt adorned with fluffy brown deer fur. In episode 14 of the Kimetsu no Yaiba anime series, titled The House with a Hysteria Family Crest, an intense fight to the death unfolds between Tanjiro and Kyogai. After a desperate battle, Tanjiro emerges victorious. As he steps out of the mansion, he searches for Zenitsu, who had escaped earlier. However, Tanjiro is faced with an unforeseen circumstance, and that's when fans got their first look at the contrast between Inosuke's rugged physique and his actual face. For 8 years, Ben Collins wore the iconic white suit as the character Stig on Top Gear, a period often praised as the show's peak. In his autobiography, he offers insights into his role and the measures he took to protect his identity as the racing driver. His racing career began at the age of 18, gradually climbing the ranks until he competed in the top class of the 24 Hours of Le Mans for Team Ascari. The opportunity to become the Stig on Top Gear arose shortly thereafter. To maintain secrecy, Ben concealed his identity behind a balaclava on set and never removed his helmet while filming. He even adopted the alias Richard Jameson for hotel registrations, a nod to Clarkson, Hammond, and May. However, secrecy could not last forever. When the BBC Radio Times revealed his identity as the Stig, the situation began to unravel. Feeling sidelined by the show, he decided to leave on his own terms. His final appearance was along Tom Cruise and Cameron Diaz. Eddie's older brother is a nameless character, who had already left the family home before the events of the series. Throughout the show, Eddie's brother is only mentioned by Eddie and other characters, but never seen. However, in Ed, and Eddie's Big Picture show, he finally makes his debut as the only adult character who's both seen and heard in the series. Given his absence from the series until the conclusion, the information about him comes from the stories of other characters. mainly Eddie himself. One of his most distinguishing traits was his mastery of pranks. In An Ed is Born, Eddie receives a care package from his brother, labeled for Pipsqueak, containing baby items like a diaper, pacifier, and rattle. In Ed and Eddie's Big Picture show, the true nature of Eddie's brother is revealed. He's portrayed as a cruel and sadistic bully who subjected Eddie to verbal and physical abuse throughout his life. Physically, Eddie's brother towers over his younger sibling, at least a head taller, wearing a brown newsboy cap and a yellow sports jersey with a number 62 on it. Marshmallow remains determined to maintain the mystery surrounding his true identity, despite speculations on the internet. As he expressed on Twitter, his decision to keep his helmet on is rooted in a desire not to pursue fame, and instead focus on creating positive connection with his audience. According to Marshmallow, the helmet not only defines his persona, but also serves to unite fans under the shared identity of Marshmallow. But who really lurks beneath this iconic smiling marshmallow mask? His identity remained shrouded in mystery until 2017, when it was revealed that he might be Christopher Comstock, also known as .com. This revelation partly occurred thanks to Skrillex, who happened to celebrate Marshmallow's birthday on May 19, 2016, the same day as Christopher's birthday. Marshmallow and Christopher were also said to share the same manager and have similar tattoos. Another piece of evidence was when Skrillex gave an interview and he received a call displaying Chris, after which he answered saying, "Oh, that's Marshmallow." Over the years, Marshmallow has however orchestrated numerous fake reveals, including enlisting Shawn Mendes to impersonate him at the 2018 Music Video Awards. Sarah Bellum is an intriguing character in Cartoon Network's beloved animated series, The Powerpuff Girls. Voiced by Jennifer Martin, Sarah Bellum, also known as Miss Bellum, serves as the developed secretary and deputy to the mayor. She earns the title The Brains Behind the Man from the mayor himself. Sarah Bellum's also an ally and friend to the Powerpuff Girls, often helping them in various episodes and even spending time with them. Some fans even consider her an honorary fourth Powerpuff Girl. Throughout the series, Miss Bellum's face remains a mystery, as it's rarely shown on screen. There's a few exceptions, such as when she takes the form of a dog in the episode Monkey See, Doggy Do, or when she wears a mask of Sedusa's face in Something Amiss. In the episode, The Powerpuff Girls Rule, a brief glimpse reveals part of her face, though not fully. Only one of her eyes is visible, partially obscured by her hair. Her closed eye, adorned with a single eyelash, conceals her eye color, while her rounded chin and softly curved lips are accented by red lipstick. Banksy gained prominence in the early 1990s by spraying his distinctive stencil design across Bristol. Banksy's art gradually evolved into global recognition by the mid-2000s. His work, characterized by their brutality and social commentary, began appearing worldwide in cities, turning the unveiling of a new Banksy piece into a media spectacle. Several individuals have been speculated to be Banksy, and even a collective of artists from Bristol. In an alleged world exclusive, the Daily Mail once identified Banksy as Robin Gunningham, a former public school boy from a middle-class background. Additionally, a BBC interview surfaced where Banksy seemed to confirm his first name as Robbie. However, Robin Gunningham has never confirmed or denied these claims. Robert Donaha, also known as 3D of the Bristol hip-hop group Massive Attack, has also been linked to Banksy. He hinted at knowing the real Banksy, referring to him as a friend. Another theory suggests that Banksy may not be an individual, but rather a collective of artists collaborating. Dr. Claw serves as the primary antagonist in the Inspector Gadget franchise. In the live-action film, his real name is revealed as Sanford Skolix. However, in Gadget and Gadgetinis, he goes by the name George Claw. And in the CGI series, he's known as Irving. Throughout the series, Dr. Claw's voice in the first season has an echo effect, heightening the sense of fear and intimidation he evokes. Despite his prominent role, however, he remains a hidden figure, with only his arms and gloved hands visible to viewers. Glimpses of his shadowy figure can be seen in episodes such as Inspector Gadget Saves Christmas and The Japanese Connection. In the first live-action film and the SNES game where he appeared as the final boss, half of his face is revealed. Additionally, in the episode The Weather Machine from Gadget and the Gadgetinis, a close-up of his face is shown as he wakes from a nap. This version of Dr. Claw reveals a muscular build and a square head. Typically hidden in the shadows, only his glowing yellow eyes are visible. In 1969, Dave Thomas founded Wendys in Columbus, Ohio, naming the restaurant after his daughter, Wendy. In a recent company blog post, the original Wendy reminisced about her father's decision to feature her as the central character associated with the brand. When Dave was contemplating a name for the chain, he considered the name of all his 5 children before settling on his daughter Melinda's nickname, which was Wendy. At the time of the chain's first restaurant opening, Wendy was in the 3rd grade, later immortalized as one of the most recognizable little redheads in pop culture. Today, Wendy's has over 6,700 locations worldwide, with Wendy herself still serving as the face of the brand. Led by David Feiss, the animated series Cow and Chicken is known for its wild and zany nature. Fans have been captivated by wild speculations about Cow and Chicken's parents, showing the power of imagination within the fanbase. While the bodies seen on screen are actually Cow's science projects, some viewers have suggested that these bodies may represent the true appearance of their parents. It's not uncommon for cartoons to depict characters where only their legs are visible. In Cow and Chicken, only the legs and waist of the mother and father are seen on screen, with them using their feet as hands. In the episode The Day I Was Born, it's the only instance where father's hands are shown. In the episode Cow and Chicken Reclining, Chicken stumbles upon a scene where he pulls various objects from the closet, including the other halves of mom and dad's bodies. The moment offers a glimpse into what their faces might look like, but Cow dismisses it as her science project. Since 2015, Daily Dose of Internet has grown to become one of the most popular YouTubers creating reactions videos, and amassing over 15 million subscribers. His videos have garnered over 6 billion views in nearly a decade, while remaining anonymous until 2022. In an interview with Anthony Padilla, Daily Dose of Internet revealed that he received offers of over $10 million to sell his channel. However, he recently disclosed his identity as Jason and began sharing personal anecdotes and insights into his journey as a longtime YouTuber. During his conversation with Anthony Padilla, Jason discussed considering quitting YouTube before transitioning to making YouTube Shorts, a decision that revitalized his passion for creating content. Initially determined to remain faceless, Daily Dose of Internet accidentally revealed himself and his girlfriend during an Instagram livestream when he inadvertently flipped the camera. Despite this mishap, he continued to remain anonymous on his channel, except for a surprise appearance in a video with Mr. Beast. Can you imagine keeping your secret for so long, only to accidentally reveal it? Massacre Soldier Killer is a feared pirate from the South Blue and a formidable member of the Kid Pirates. He's known as one of the 12 pirates of the infamous Worst Generation. Killer has a tall and muscular build, combined with a fair complexion. His most distinctive feature is his long, wild, and untamed blonde hair that sticks out in all directions, reaching down to his thighs. He's often seen wearing a simple white and light blue striped helmet that covers his entire head, decorated with multiple rows of holes, reminiscent of modern headphones. In the SBS Volume 64, Ichiro Oda, the creator of One Piece, gave a glimpse into the childhood of the supernovas. In the depiction, Killer is shown as a boy with wavy, shoulder-length hair that covers his eyes, adding mysterious aura to his youthful appearance. After the time skip, Killer's physical stature becomes even more imposing. Killer, now appearing as Kamazo the Manslayer, removes his mask, revealing his face with his shorter hair, blonde goatee, and a noticeable scar. This Swedish DJ duo named Cassette took the concept of stage attire to a whole new level by wearing oversized helmets reminiscent of cassette tapes. Their unique self-presentation, fitting their artist name, includes giant cassette helmets with spinning circles as their eyes, further attracting fans to their music. The duo debuted in Sweden in 2011 before gaining national and international fame. This iconic duo donned their cassette helmets during performances. Beneath the elaborate helmets, they bring the music to global audiences, distinguishing themselves as Cassette. Nanny is a kind and caring woman who looks after the nursery in Muppet Babies. In the 2018 series, she's the caretaker of the Muppet Babies and is portrayed as the mother of Miss Nanny. Throughout the series, Nanny's always seen from the baby's perspective, meaning the audience never gets to see her face. The most common view of her is from the waist down, with her legs shown in green and white striped socks peeking out from beneath her pink dress. Occasionally, glimpses of nearly her entire body are shown, including her arms and her purple sweater. However, these views are often cut off at the shoulders or somehow obscured, keeping her face a mystery. There are moments where different angles are used to reveal her back or arms, but her face remains hidden from the audience. Gorillaz, the animated band, consists of 4 characters: 2D, Murdoch Nichols, Noodle, and Russell Hobbs. While these characters are all cartoons, their appearances were originally inspired by real people. In a significant departure from their usual disguise, Gorillaz revealed their true selves during a major British performance in July 2012. Previously, the band hid behind screens, with holograms representing them on stage. The performance included former Clash members Paul Simonon and Mick Jones, who collaborated on Gorillaz' latest album, Plastic Beach, marketing their first joint performance in 30 years. Held at the Roundhouse venue in Camden, North London, the performance featured guest vocalists like the rapper Mos Def and soul legend Bobby Womack, marketing Gorillaz' return to the British stage after a 4-year hiatus. For years, Gorillaz had concealed their identities behind simply animated cartoons. Jamie Hewlett, the artist behind the cartoons, and Damon Albarn, the musician behind the tunes, are the masterminds behind Gorillaz. Kakashi, one of the most iconic characters from Naruto, has kept fans intrigued with the mystery surrounding his face, which he always keeps hidden behind his signature mask. In the early episodes of the original Naruto series, Team 7 notices the enigmatic sensei never removes his mask. Their determination leads to a whole episode filled with antics to try to catch Kakashi off guard and unveil his face. Despite their increasing desperate efforts, Team 7's attempts are unsuccessful. Nearly 500 episodes later, in Naruto Shippuden, a flashback to the original series sees Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura try once more. This time, they receive help from other team members, including Hinata and Shikamaru. They also encounter a photographer named Suka, who, after overhearing their plan, offers to capture the important unveiling on film. Despite their combined efforts and numerous failed attempts to catch Kakashi without his mask, Suka eventually bids farewell to the young ninjas and returns alone to his apartment. It's during this crucial moment that the truth is revealed. Suka, the supposed photographer, slowly removes his disguise to reveal that he is, in fact, Kakashi himself. Sia has carved out a unique identity in pop music by hiding her face behind her striking black and blonde-colored wig. During an appearance on the Ellen DeGeneres Show, she explained her affinity for the flamboyant wigs, citing a desire for privacy to lead to a normal life while making music. In her early career, Sia performed without elaborate costumes or wigs, starting as a singer for the acid jazz band Crisp in the mid-1990s. After the band disbanded in 1997, she continued her solo career, occasionally using child dancer Maddie Ziegler as her onstage persona. Sia has even performed facing away from the audience, maintaining her enigmatic persona. While older photos of Sia's face circulate online, she's refrained from revealing her face during public appearances, with rare exceptions. However, in recent years, Sia has gradually appeared more frequently without her signature wigs. Z1 is one of the central characters in the final arc of the third season of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Franchise, Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. He's the unseen antagonist in the film Bonds Beyond Time, and he comes from a post-apocalyptic future in which humanity was destroyed by the Mech Lord Emperors. Alongside Aporia, Antinomy, and Paradox, Z1 travels back in time with the sole goal of altering history and preventing the disastrous future from occurring. Z1 is confined to a machine that takes the shape of a comma, the number 6 or Japanese megatama, depending on its position. The machine not only extends his life, but also gives his voice a mechanical quality. His human body is contained within this machine, with only his head protruding, which he hides with a mask. Notably, Z1 bears a mark on his mask that resembles Yusi's criminal mark. After an unsuccessful attempt to correct the course of humanity alone, Z1 chooses to cover his face with a mask. Eventually, his face is revealed as a strikingly aged version of Yusi's, as his life-extending apparatus could not prevent the effects of aging. Dream is one of the most popular Minecraft YouTubers who revealed his face to his followers on October 2022, after years of wearing a white mask with a smile during live streams. He became known for his involvement in the Minecraft community, especially through his creation of the Dream SMP server alongside George Not Found. The face reveal was one of the most anticipated events in the gaming community and garnered tens of millions of views before being taken down. However, he removed his face reveal video amidst negative attention surrounding his appearance. In a video titled Goodbye from Dream, posted on YouTube, he explained his decision to remove all traces of his face online and opt for a custom mask. Reflecting on the aftermath of his face reveal, Dream expressed regret over the criticism and scrutiny that he faced, prompting him to retract his decision. Wizard Kelly, the lifelong rival of Oscar Proud, is a prominent figure in Disney Channel's The Proud Family. He achieved immense success and wealth after making a basketball shot during their high school years, a shot that Oscar missed. As a result, Wizard Kelly now owns a significant portion of the show's setting, constantly reminding Oscar of his past failure. Wizard Kelly often serves as an obstacle for Penny Proud and her friends. As a celebrity, he regularly presents challenges and complications in their lives. When designing Wizard Kelly, the creators intentionally made him very tall. So tall, in fact, that they ran out of space to draw his face. In the early episodes of Season 1, his head appears smaller in proportion to his towering stature. Due to the need to accommodate his size, his face is rarely shown, though it's briefly glimpsed in the Proud Family movie. Interestingly, during a scene where peanut butter spills on him, a glimpse of Wizard Kelly's face is visible. Slipnot percussionist Sean Crahan, also known as Clown, unveiled his new silver clown mask in May 2019 when the band premiered their single, Unsainted. He's a co-founder of Slipnot and has been part of the band since its formation in 1995. Outside of his work with Slipnot, Sean is a renowned film director and photographer. Slipnot guitarist Mick Thompson is known for his metal hockey mask, which has remained relatively unchanged for years. Drummer Jay Weinberg joined Slipknot in 2014, replacing departing member Jordy Jordison. Slipnot turntablist Sid Wilson's mask underwent a dramatic change in 2019 from a more traditional skull and gas mask to a deformed human mask with black robes, resembling Emperor Palpatine from Star Wars. Sid Wilson is also seen at one of Slipnot's premieres. Limp Bizkit guitarist Wes Borland is known for constantly devising new looks for the band's live performances. His mask combined with crudely painted makeup creates a disturbing and unique appearance, reminiscent of Salvador Dali and the Joker. Slipknot singer Corey Taylor's mask evolved into a sinister translucent mask in 2019. Corey is also known as the frontman of Stone Sour and is perhaps the most famous member of Slipknot. El Toro Fuerte is a recurring character in the series Jackie Chan Adventures. His name, derived from Spanish, translates to the strong bull or ox, likely tied to the ox talisman. El Toro stands taller than Jackie, but seems short compared to the formidable Toto. While his arms and legs exhibit a muscular figure, El Toro has a stocky build. He's often seen in a wrestling outfit consisting of a black tank top, yellow leggings, and black boots, and bearing his iconic red mask adorned with yellow designs. Occasionally, El Toro dons a black suit, but always keeps his mask firmly in place. Throughout the series, his true identity remains a mystery, as his real name is never revealed. Despite his determination to never remove his mask or let others touch it, El Toro was unexpectedly seen without his mask in 4 episodes. In a parallel twist, his J-Clone counterpart also had his mask forcibly removed, exposing his face to the world. MF Doom, the legendary rapper known for his iconic mask, passed away on October 31st, 2021, according to an Instagram post from his wife, confirmed by his record label. Doom's first solo album, Operation Doomsday, released in 1999, and it marked the inception of his masked persona, reminiscent of Marvel's Dr. Doom. In a 2009 interview, he explained that the mask allowed him to focus on music without distractions. Responsible for many acclaimed albums, Doom remained active in collaborations despite not releasing a solo album since 2009. Photos of Doom without his mask were rare, as he adopted the persona once his solo career took off. Every time Mr. and Mrs. Turner's first names, Timmy Turner's parents in the animated series The Fairly Odd Parents, are about to be revealed, there's an interruption, such as a passing vehicle or a book. Similarly, their faces remained hidden for a long time. In the early Oh Yeah cartoon shorts, Mr. and Mrs. Turner were only shown from the neck down. However, when The Fairly Odd Parents became a regular series, their faces were finally revealed, allowing viewers to see them in full form. According to series creator Butch Hartman, this change was made because it became increasingly difficult to keep their faces hidden. There's another character who's even more mysterious, Bucky McBadbat. Chester's father in The Fairly Odd Parents is constantly shunned by society due to his reputation as the worst baseball player in history. As a result, he always hides his face by wearing a brown paper bag over his head. Bucky's always seen with this bag, keeping his identity concealed and shielding himself from judgment. In the episode Fairy Idol, Chester uses the magical powers of Norm the genie to make his family rich and famous. In a surprising twist, Bucky's able to remove his paper bag and reveal his true face, but surprisingly, he bears a strong resemblance to his son Chester. A baseball card from Bucky's playing days also shows what he looks like without the bag, emphasizing his similarity to Chester, albeit with crooked teeth. Deadmau5, whose real name is Joel Thomas Zimmerman, is a Canadian electronic music producer and artist. He was born on January 5th, 1981 in Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada. Deadmau5 is also known for his unique stage persona, which involves wearing an oversized mouse head mask during his performance. The idea to wear the helmet was given by Jay Gordon, a member of the industrial metal band Orgy. Deadmau5 rose to popularity in the 2000s and played a significant role in the revival of electronic dance music, or EDM. Aside from his musical career, Deadmau5 has been involved in legal disputes. In 2014, he filed a lawsuit against Walt Disney Company for trademark infringement, claiming that Disney's use of his name in a video falsely suggested his endorsement. He also ventured into the world of photography alongside renowned celebrity portrait photographer Timothy White. Their project, titled Shadows, offers an immersive experience into Joel's world, both as himself and his alter ego, Deadmau5. The photo shoot, which took place on June 9, 2021, occurred at a captivating location in East Los Angeles. Iggy, also known as Hop Koopa in the Adventures of Super Mario Bros. 3, is one of the Koopalings, a group of 7 siblings who serve as leaders. Over time, Iggy has undergone various redesigns from his original sketch, which only depicted his head. Even in the preliminary sketch, his signature glasses, 4 protruding teeth, and iconic mohawk are already present. However, there's notable differences between this early design and his final appearance in Super Mario Bros. 3. For instance, his mouth in the sketch has a feline shape instead of the hollow top seen in the final design. Additionally, the mohawk in the sketch has more strands. Additionally, the mohawk in the sketch has more strands that point sideways, rather than primarily upward, as seen in the Super Mario Bros. 3 artwork. Iggy has large oval eyes with blue rings that disappear when he closes them, suggesting that these rings represent his irises. Artwork created for Super Mario World shows his eyes as eccentric spirals, symbolizing the thick lenses of his glasses. In the 1980s, Kiss faced challenges when original members Ace Frehley and Peter Criss departed from the group. Their attempt to adapt the changing times with a concert album, Music from the Elder, in 1981, proved to be a commercial disaster. However, 40 years ago, Kiss shocked the world when they revealed their unmasked faces on live TV. On November 18, 1983, during a Sunday night press conference on MTV, Gene Simmons, Paul Stanley, along with relatively new band members Vinnie Vincent and Eric Carr, decided to remove their iconic makeup. This bold move, despite being placed in the less prominent time slot of 11 p.m. on a Sunday night and without the usual fanfare, proved to be a game changer for Kiss. As glamour shots of the band members' previously painted faces dissolved into close-ups of their new look, the transformation was met with an icy silence. Their trademark claw-footed dragon boots, leather shoulder pads, and superhero faces were replaced with standard Sunset Strip attire. Prior to the MTV reveal, the classic lineup of Kiss had already taken group photos without their signature makeup in 1974. Mammy Two Shoes, also known as Dina in the 1940s Tom and Jerry comic books, is a recurring character in the Tom and Jerry cartoons. She's a heavy-set African-American woman who frequently deals with the chaos caused by the mischievous main characters. Whether she's the homeowner or simply the housekeeper is never clarified, but she appears in 19 episodes. Mammy Two Shoes is based on the Mammy archetype that was prominent in the United States during the 19th and early 20th centuries. As a partially visible character, one of her notable features is that she never shows her head or face. In some episodes, however, there are brief glimpses, such as in Part-Time Pal, A Mouse in the House, Mouse Cleaning, and Saturday Evening Puss. Her signature appearance consists of a sleeveless dress adorned with fringes on the shoulders, a white apron with a ruffled edge, old yellow socks held up by suspenders, and red slippers. Satoshi Nakamoto is the mysterious inventor of Bitcoin, the first cryptocurrency launched in 2009. Satoshi introduced a revolutionary decentralized payment system based on a blockchain technology that requires no intervention from banks or governments. The true identity behind his pseudonym remains a major mystery to this day, despite much speculation. Some prominent candidates include Nick Szabo, a cryptographer known for his concept of BitGold, and Hal Finney, an early Bitcoin developer and the first recipient of a Bitcoin transaction. Hemorrhage, the leader of the Death Stalkers, is a skilled hunter, responsible for eliminating residents who haven't adapted to the changes within his group. He demonstrates exceptional driving skills and excellent marksmanship. Hemorrhage made his debut in the episode Rick Mancing the Stone of the Rick and Morty series. Physically, Hemorrhage is a large, powerful, and muscular man who wears a rusty, bucket-like helmet that partially obscures his face. The front of his helmet is adorned with white paint, depicting an octopus, accented by scattered brown rust spots. Yellow veins are visible on his right shoulder, while his left shoulder shows green paint splatters. His right arm is made of dark gray steel, although it's revealed to be a glove, as he still has a left arm. Beneath his helmet, Hemorrhage has short, pale blonde hair and a mustache, while his face and neck are noticeably paler than the rest of his body from wearing the helmet constantly. Buckethead, whose real name is Brian Patrick Carroll, is an American guitarist and multi-instrumentalist, known for his distinctive bucket on his head. He began his career in the early 90s, and has since built up a massive and diverse discography, with over 300 solo albums, spanning rock, metal, funk, and jazz. But what led to this striking choice? According to Buckethead, it all happened quite spontaneously one evening while he was eating chicken. He further explains that wearing the bucket and mask became a way for him to confront and overcome his fears. Buckethead is a 46-year-old guitarist from Southern California, and he discovered his passion for the guitar at the age of 12. Brian's inspiration for the mask came from the horror movie Halloween 4: The Return of Michael Myers. After seeing this chilling film in 1988, he was so impressed by the unsettling mask worn by the iconic character that he immediately went to a store to buy one for himself. Since those early days, the musician has been incredibly prolific, releasing over 250 albums throughout his career. In fact, in 2014 alone, he astonishingly released over 40 albums, showcasing his boundless creativity and dedication. Benedict, Father Wigglestein, is an arch-enemy of the kids next door, also known as K&D in the animated series. His ultimate goal is to destroy the K&D, allowing adults to rule the world unchallenged. Father resides in the delightful mansion from down the lane with his brainwashed children, known by the same name. In Operation Zero, it's revealed that Father's true identity is Benedict.
also known as Ben, making him Monty Uno's brother and number one's uncle. When his head turns, his pointed chin and nose become visible, and his hair is always styled in a quiff, and he's never seen without his pipe. Father's body is entirely black, with a red outline along his body and eyebrows, resulting in a silhouette-like appearance with few distinguishable features. Notably, his bright yellow eyes often display exaggerated expressions, as this is the only visible aspect of his face, and his mouth is rarely visible throughout the series. In Operation Zero, Father appears without his silhouette suit, wearing red-rimmed glasses, black pants, suspenders, dress shoes, a white shirt, and a black bow tie. Suka, one of the main characters in the series Dr. Stone, is a descendant of modern humans and a resident of Ishigami Village. Initially, Suka was an outcast due to her clumsiness and constant use of a watermelon helmet to aid her nearsightedness. She's a young girl of small stature with blonde hair and a bowl cut, often described as cute by other characters. Kohaku in particular finds Suka as adorable and frequently expresses this. Due to a condition known as fuzziness or nearsightedness, Suka must wear a helmet made from a watermelon rind to improve her vision. During a time skip when the rest of the world is petrified, Suka undergoes significant changes in her appearance. She grows taller and her hair becomes longer, with two strands resembling a watermelon stem. Her facial features show some resemblance to Kohaku. Suka continues to wear an outfit similar to her younger years, but now more fitting for her age.
Why Don't I Have a Face Reveal was an animated video created by Jaden Animations and was uploaded on April 6, 2017. Despite the widespread recognition she's received, Jaden successfully kept her identity hidden from her audience for many years. She's built a significant online presence with over 12 million subs on YouTube, as well as 700,000 followers on Twitch and 3 million followers on Instagram. Jaden began her YouTube career in 2014, creating animating videos revolving around video games, as well as personal experiences and true stories. It wasn't until 2016 during VidCon that a fellow content creator named Alex Clark accidentally revealed Jaden's face in a vlog. This unexpected revelation marked a turning point in Jaden's journey as an online personality. Following the unintended exposure, she posted a video explaining her reasons for not revealing her face earlier, and delved deeper into why she made that choice.
Penny Fitzgerald is a supporting character in the animated series The Amazing World of Gumball. She's a shape-shifting fairy who initially resides in a peanut shell and attends Miss Simeon's classes at Elmore Junior High. In the earlier seasons, Penny appeared as a horned peanut with a light brown shell and tan-colored antlers growing from her head. In the episode The Shell, Penny's true nature is revealed. Beneath her shell, she's a fairy-like creature, capable of transforming into various beings depending on her form. Her body keeps the general shape of her shell, with a round head and slender body. The upper part of her body gradually transitions into lighter shades of yellow, orange, and sometimes pink. Her true eyes and mouth are visible, accompanied by white eyelashes connected to her eyes, now with white sclera. With orange-brown pupils, an orange mouth, and eyebrows, Penny's body emits a faint glow, and she has wings that allow her to hover above the ground.
In April 2024, Orville Peck surpassed his followers on Instagram by sharing a photo of himself in his signature country outfit, wearing a denim short-sleeved shirt and a cowboy hat. Noticeably absent, however, was his fringed mask. Instead, he had pulled his cowboy hat down low, complemented by a brown mask covering his eyes, reminiscent of Batman. While not a full reveal, it was the most of his face he had ever shown in public since becoming known as Orville Peck. In his youth, he developed a deep admiration for country and western legends like Dolly Parton, Johnny Cash, and Merle Haggard. These artists created a complete persona around themselves, extending beyond just their music. He explained that his mask holds deep meaning for him, representing both sincerity and the art of storytelling and performance. As a lifelong artist, he always felt like an outsider and strongly identified with the cowboy spirit. Additionally, it was noted that he had previously been a member of a local punk band in a specific Canadian city.
William Vengeance, the former first captain of the Golden Dawn team and the Magic Knights of the Clover Kingdom, is considered the strongest contender to become the next Wizard King. He's a 26-year-old man of average height and slender build, with purple eyes and short white hair. In the second season of the series, Yami suspects William of secretly leading the Eye of the Midnight Sun and demands that William remove his mask. Finally revealing his face, it turns out that William was hiding a massive scar on his face, which he has had since birth. As a child of a nobleman, he had to grow up in a forgotten realm, where his scar frightened others. Despite attempts to use magic to remove the scar, it persisted, further alienating him from society. Years later, an aristocrat took him in, appreciating his magic. When the current Wizard King, Julius, approached him as a child and invited him to join the Magic Knights, he gave William the mask.
With a musical career spanning 30 years as a musical producer and 12 years as a professional DJ, Mike Candies has traveled the world and performed over 1,000 shows. He also received numerous gold and platinum records. At the age of 17, he built his first studio and began producing electronic tracks for fun. As his talent grew, he received requests from artists to produce tracks for them and remixes for other DJs. This led him to establishing his own producer label, Mike Candies. The name Mike Candies was given to him 20 years ago by the studio partner and friend, Jack Holiday, when they released their first joint projects. The idea for the mask came slightly later, after he had already started giving live performances. He realized he wanted something visual to set his performance apart. Mike Candies, whose real name is Michael Cole, is actually a 37-year-old Swiss music producer and DJ. When asked about his iconic smiley face mask, he explained that his primary influences for electronic dance music stem from Italo disco and acid house from the late 1980s. Which of these reveals surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos we made, click one on the screen or take a look at the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.